Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins and tokens of interest. And today we're taking a look at Btfd coin by the deep coin, right? We don't say obscenities, so I'm not going to mention the F, right? So as we normally do, is it legit or is it a scam? That's the question we are always trying to answer on the channel. Just remember, we are in the bull market currently and there are tons and tons of scam pre-sales out there, right, that are popping up all over the place. And we are going to evaluate this one, whether it's legit or it is a scam, right? So my verdict for this one, I just want to tell you right off the bat, is it's a money grab, right? It's a money grab. There's a lot of effort that has gone into the project, right? There's a lot of effort that has gone into the white paper. The white paper is nothing but just a storybook, right? I did evaluate some of the text from the white paper. It's AI generated, right? Nothing wrong with that. And one of the things that actually caught my eye was the video that they had here, right, of the game. They had, let's just check this out. So this is actually quite an interesting, endless running game. This is a game that I would play, right? Maybe as a family, with my family, I can play this game, right? It is quite interesting. But one of the things that you need to know about this project, right, is it looks like a money grab, right? It's more about buy the dip. But what makes up the dip? How do we know that this is the dip, right? How do we know that this is the dip? Currently, the price is sitting at 301, right? It's sitting at 301, as they are saying right here. Uh, Chances are, whenever this thing launches, it's going to add a zero, right? If not two or three. No one really knows the dip if you're in a pre-sale, because the pre-sale price is not set by the market. It's set by the people who have created the pre-sale. And the whole white paper is all about talking about this is the dip, buy into the dip, right? I feel that is irresponsible, right? For them to talk about this is the dip, this is the perfect dip. Like, even if you go and check out the roadmap, it's all talking about the dip, right? Like the roadmap, and everything that they are saying here doesn't make any sense at all to me, right? It doesn't make any sense. It's just stories and stories. So let's look at the roadmap, for example, and you tell me, does this make sense to you? Buy the Dip is a unique cryptocurrency meme coin symbolized by an adorable baby bull. This charming mascot represents the community-driven spirit and playful nature of the token. Bull plotting, so that's phase one, I believe. Calculating the dip, designing the battlefield, sharpening the brand with bull eye precision. Does this make sense to you? Right? Calculating the dip. How does one calculate the dip of a pre-sale? They just set the price. How do you calculate it? It doesn't make any sense. Bull charge, right? Finalizing page design, testing smart contract in the field, preparing for big charge. Nothing wrong with that. Rule breaker, auditing smart contract, locking in renouncement, securing team tokens in the bullpen, and then the stampede. Pre-sale stages set, staking with Night. By the way, don't stake, right? Don't buy the pre-sale and don't stake. That's the one thing that I'm going to tell you. The only way you're going to win with pre-sales, number one, is by logging the pre-sale. Grab yourself a copy of the Big Brain Crypto Ego Logbook on Amazon. Affiliate link in the description. 2 pages where you log pertinent information about each and every pre-sale. By the time you've logged 5 or 10 pre-sales, it's like information that we are considering or that we're actually going through in this. That's when you're going to be able to spot from afar, right, where you'd want to get involved and where you want to stay away, right? And whenever they talk about staking, run, right? Don't invest in the pre-sale and don't stake if you're already invested, because staking forms the pillar of the scam, right? Because once you buy into the token, you've given them your money. Once you have staked, you've also given them your tokens. So when they eventually launch, they are going to start to talk about 7 days cool-off period or whatever, right? Because they've got your tokens, they've got your money, and you've got nothing, right? So be wise and don't buy the pre-sale. If you've already bought, don't stake, right? Stay away from staking, but it's better to just stay away from the pre-sales, right? Because pre-sales are now the money grab. If you remember, on the channel, we've been covering pre-sale, we've been covering scams for over 3 years now, right? And when the scam era actually started in the pre-sale, in crypto, it was mainly the 100% tax, if you remember, right? When we started covering scams, it was 100% tax. So you launch a project, advertise it aggressively. A lot of people come buy in $1, 2, 3, $4 million, and then they increase the sale tax to 100%, and no one is able to sell, right? And there was also the dumping era, right? So they market and then they just dump the token on everyone. Right now we are in the pre-sale era, right? It's because the scammers have figured out this ingenious scam where you can just come up with a project, right, with stories. Like, for example, this project is full of stories, right? It's a meme token, I understand, it's full of storage, but if this one turns out to be a scam, it will be quite disappointing, because a project like this, right, the proper way that you'd want to do a project like this to make it foolproof that it's not a scam, first of all, don't do the pre-sale, right? Just go straight and launch your project and promote and build your community of people who believe into your meme token. A lot of work has gone into this, right? A lot of work has gone into this. You can see the art, you can see the design, you can see everything that has gone into this, right? But unfortunately, all the emphasis was on getting on the pre-sale, right? Give us your money give us your money right now, and you're buying in the dip, and in the future there's going to be an explosion. There's no guarantees for that, right? For me, for a project really to be, especially with the amount of work that has gone into this one, right? So here they're talking about, the boost victory, claim your tokens, launch on DexX, liquidity locked for the head, and all that, made possible with. Would like to say thank you to all the companies that we used to make this project happen, from providing email services to marketing services, cloud, security. We could have done this without these companies. Big shout out to them all. This doesn't make any sense at all, right? Google didn't help them, right? You can go and buy Google services, right? Dell, if you're using a Dell laptop and then you go and say, thank you, Dell, for making this project a success, this is just social proof, right? They're just saying that we are working with all these companies, so that you actually believe that they are actually working with these companies, right? If I go and convert my Word document to PDF, and then I go and broadcast to the world and say, Adobe, thank you very much for helping me in my journey. Today is Net Crypto. I was able to do this video. Thank you very much. That's basically what they are saying on here. Amazon Web Services, you just go and buy whatever services, is it an EC2 instance, whatever that you are using, Route 53 for your DNS and all that. You just go and buy just like anybody else, right? And then now you say, thank you, Ethereum, right? Because we are launching on your chain. Thank you, GitHub, right? Because we've got some source code on you, Cloudflare. Thank you, Bitcoin. Thank you, Telegram. Thank you, Tether. Thank you, MetaMask. Thank you, Coinbase, right? It's a trick. Don't fall for tricks like this, right? It's a trick. You can find us featured in many top crypto publishing websites that have massive audiences to ensure Btfd spreads like wildfire in the crypto space. Our media partners play crucial role in amplifying our message and all that. So this one, I would say they put in a lot of work, but unfortunately, there's just too much emphasis on the pre-sale, which makes me uncomfortable, right? So I would say you stay away from the pre-sale, right? But log the project. Log it in your Big Brain Crypto Ego logbook. Grab your copy on Amazon affiliate link in the description. Log this project. I'm going to also be watching this one. I might end up even buying in the future, but I'll never buy in the pre-sale, right? I'll never buy in the pre-sale. A lot of work went into this, but I'm going to be logging it. I'm going to be watching what's going on, right? Because if I just go and buy in the pre-sale, I'm giving them my money. Why would I do that? Right? I wait for the project to launch, because once they've launched, if I buy, I can sell anytime that I want, right? That's what crypto is. This thing of pre-sales, and you put your money in the pre-sale, it's actually 99.9% of the times it's a scam. So that's why I say wait for the pre-sale. So you let me know, do you think this is a scam, right? I'm going more to the scamish side, but if there is a project that might actually catch on and it might actually turn out to be something, it might be this one. But I'm pretty much disappointed with the whole thing of the pre-sale. The only thing they needed to do here is just to remove the pre-sale aspect. Just go straight ahead and launch, no pre-sale, right? And then start to build a community and grow the community. But here they're just talking about buy the dip. Even the whole white paper, right? It's like 88 pages of stories, right? It's like 88 pages of just stories and stories and stories and stories and stories, right? It's I know that it's a meme token, but it makes me a little bit cringe, right? Like, okay, so this is it looks like this is more about just collecting money in the pre-sale, right? So this is one we are going to be watching. We are going to watch it all the way to the end. What actually happens? 301 is the current price point that we see right here. 301 is the current price point. So let's wait and see what happens with this one, right? But be extremely careful out there. There are tons and tons of scams because we're in a bull market. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.